Now let us limit the speed of our actor and characters. So we're going to create a new variable for that at the top of the class of our script. It's going to limit both the horizontal and the vertical speed of the character, so we're going to use a vector2. Let's create a new exported variable, call it speed, and it's going to be a vector2 on the x component. You want to write the horizontal maximum speed, and on the y component, we're going to write the fall maximum speed. As soon as you do that, Godot should update and allow you to edit these values in the inspector on the right, as long as you have the player node selected. Okay, so going down to physics process, we're going to use that speed variable to limit the speed of our character. Add a line after we updated the velocity, and we're going to say if velocity.y is greater than speed.y, we assign speed.y to velocity.y. So velocity.y equals speed.y. There is another way to write that without the condition. The advantage is then that you can have a single line of code using a mathematical function, minimum. So you can say velocity.y is equal to the minimum, you write it min in GDScript, the minimum of speed.y and velocity.y. So this function will always return the minimum of the two values, effectively capping the velocity.y to 1000. Now there is one more thing that we want to do to limit our player's speed. See, when you increase that gravity times delta, when the character will hit the floor, it will keep accumulating velocity. So the next time you jump, you might see your character barely jump off the floor. And we have to use the move and slide method to reset the player's vertical velocity when it hits the floor. Move and slide is a function. Functions can return value, and move and slide does return a value. It returns a modified velocity vector. So if I control click on it to open its documentation, you can see the first element, vector2 in the docs, indicates that this function returns a vector2 first. So then you have the name, the parameters, and at the end of the description, you will see that it returns the linear velocity vector rotated and or scaled if a slide collision occurred. This is something that allows your character to walk on slopes out of the box, but on top of that, it will reset the velocity.y to 0 when the character hits the floor. So we're going to say velocity equals move and slide velocity, like so. This will also reset velocity.x to 0 when the character hits a wall. Note one last thing, we might want to move that second line here, some of the logic later, to our player script, as you will see. So we're instantly going to remove that line where we cap the y speed, and we will add that logic to the player later.